Nice. So, hi everyone. My name's Brianna. Welcome to my channel. I have been doing a lot of cleaning. I have family coming into town. Don't you just love how when you have family coming into town or someone visiting that it at least inspires me. Maybe it inspires you too, and we can relate on that. To clean, like actually clean the places that need to get cleaned, haven't been cleaned for months, at least weeks, maybe days. So that's what I've been doing a lot this week, is just deep cleaning my house. And I thought, what better day to do a video on this sort of like last day of cleaning that I'm going to be doing this week, because they're coming into town today. And it's just like a perfectly gloomy day outside, so it's kind of a good day to finish up. But I wanted to show you what I use as a minimalist. This is something that I've cultivated over a while now, and it works really well for me, and it helps me to feel motivated to clean. So let's go downstairs and I'll show you my cleaning supplies. So this is my cleaning supplies, pretty much all of it now. It all fits into this handy basket, which I can easily store under the sink. And because it's just so simple, I find myself a lot more motivated to clean consistently, deeply, and being not only minimal in my whole house helps me to feel motivated to clean, but being minimal in my cleaning helps me, like cleaning supplies, helps me to feel like this is something that I can tackle a little bit more. So let's jump right into what I use to clean everything in my house, from dishes to laundry to windows to surfaces, and everything in between. So this is actually what I use for everything, Sal Suds. I switched over to Sal Suds somewhat recently, and I don't think I can ever go back to anything that I used before. You can see I'm actually almost out, so I will be needing some more of this guy soon. But Sal Suds, I mean, there's a thing on the side of all the ways that it can be used. If you know anything about Dr. Bronner's, they have like really cool labels with all of the things that they support and whatnot, but the Sal Suds specifically has lots of ways to use it and recipes, which just makes it that much more easy. I mean, sure, you can Google it, but if it's right here on the bottle, then I'm a lot more inspired to use it for like everything. So I use Sal Suds when I am doing laundry. I switched over to Sal Suds, and I create a all-purpose cleaner with it, and it's truly all-purpose, like just a little bit of Sal Suds and some filtered water cleans my whole house. I use it in the bathroom, on every surface in the bathroom, and I use it on countertops. I use it like literally just for anything in my house now. And it smells good. It has a slight scent to it, so I like that it's not overbearing, but it does have some kind of scent. I think it's like fir. So yeah, fir and spruce. So it's just very subtle, enough that you can initially smell it, but it doesn't like make you feel like you can't breathe either. yeah, this is what I use for everything. It's in a glass bottle to make sure that, because this is highly concentrated, so I put it in a glass bottle. But it's actually really diluted with water. The other thing that I use for laundry is this. I actually don't know how to pronounce this. Feels naphtha, maybe? I don't know. I was introduced to this bar of soap, which you can get at Walmart for less than $2, maybe like 4 years ago. And I don't think I can ever go back, honestly, because this has been a lifesaver for my laundry. Like, I have a son and I have myself and my husband who comes home, you know, with his work clothes, which can be really dirty at times, and life is just messy sometimes. So this has saved so many clothes from kitchen stains, outside stains, all the stains, and I highly recommend because it's only $2. All you have to do is get your clothes wet a little bit wherever the stain is, rub this on the stain, and then you can let it sit for a couple minutes. Sometimes I just do that and throw my clothes right in the laundry and it still comes out. Yeah, so highly recommend these for the laundry. The other thing I use for laundry sometimes is baking soda. I actually have a little jar because this is a humongous bag. So I put it in a little jar. And I use baking soda for my laundry too. Sometimes, not all the time, but I just sprinkle like a tablespoon over the laundry and it's supposed to help brighten clothes. There's, this bag is huge and heavy. Yeah, there's like a whole how to use what you can use it for. Baking soda is just one of those multifaceted, like multi-purpose things, which I am all about multifunctional, multi-purposeful items in my minimalist home. So that's why baking soda gets a proper place. And the other thing I use is white vinegar. Sometimes I will add white vinegar to my laundry as well. It's supposed to help soften instead of using like a traditional clothes softener. I just use a little bit of white vinegar, and no, it does not make your clothes smell like vinegar. Makes your clothes feel really clean, actually. So the other thing that I do with vinegar and lemons is I create a disinfectant spray. So this is literally lemons that sat in vinegar for about 2 weeks and infused together, and now it creates a perfect disinfectant spray. I don't use this like as a household all-purpose cleaner. I use it for like trash cans, when the sink is gross, cutting boards, things like that. And it works really good. And it doesn't leave things smelling like vinegar for too long. And the citrus just kind of gives it a nice spruce, not spruce like actual spruce, but like a nice fresh smell too. If you're getting my vibe right now, a lot of this stuff is also a little bit eco-friendly. And I do have to say that I have an environmental degree, so I am kind of always thinking about like environmental eco effects on my household and how we can be using things that are more natural, more clean, more safe, not only for us, but also for the environment, because these things often get, you know, washed down into our water systems again, and put in, I don't know, our bodies as we breathe it in or touch it or whatever. So I like to go for stuff that is truly safe and clean, especially with having kids, but even just in general, like if you don't have kids, it's good to be a little bit clean and green. So that's kind of my say on that. And the reason I said that too is because I'm slowly switching to cloth. These are old cotton socks that I cut to use for my mopping. I have a Swiffer, but I just could not afford those Swiffer wet wipes anymore. They were so expensive and they totally unmotivated me to mop because they just like felt like I couldn't breathe after I used them. So I've switched over to these and they have been game changing. I actually love mopping now. And I use this. Again, I just spray it on the floor and I mop, and I have saved so much money by using these, and they can get washed and reused. And when you wash it with these, they actually get clean. So it's a win-win-win. And then this does not have a label. I think it's fermented, honestly. It was lemons with just water, and I let it soak for a couple days, maybe a week at the most. And I mixed this with the sow suds, and I get some dish soap. Yes, I make my own dish soap now. It smells amazing and it works really well. It gets sudsy, and it's so cheap, and I can replace it, not even replace it, like, because this is a glass bottle, so all I have to do is refill it, and I make it right at home. Yeah, and honestly, that's it. This is it. This is what I use. It has made cleaning so simple, which I'm all about, living that daily simple life, hence the name. And if you can find any sort of motivation or inspiration through this, I hope that this video has helped you. I also just kind of want to show the things that I have stepped away from using, not because they're bad, but because this works. So let me show you that real quick. So just real quick, these are some of the things I have been able to stop buying, step away from using. Again, not because they're bad. They are like cleaner ingredients, but they can honestly be expensive. And, you know, you always have to re-buy them, and it was just a good shift away from those kinds of green products, which I think that they are, but they might be a little bit greenwashed too. Not to say that if you use these that you should switch from using them, but I know for me it was nice to be able to stop having to buy stuff like this all the time and be able to switch to something more simple. So here's just a little bit of a layout view of the products that I use and or create. I've basically given away most of my secrets, so to speak, already, recipes, but if you're curious about some of these recipes, and there are many more that I just didn't get to include in this video, definitely let me know in the comments, and I would be happy to maybe make like some shorts on the recipes of things that I've created and or use on a very daily basis. And if there's something that you use that I don't have included in here, or maybe I've forgotten to include it, definitely let me know. I am so open to hearing about what you all use, because cleaning is not easy, honestly. I have had to learn the skill of cleaning, and having it simple has helped me so much to cultivate a stronger skill and even desire to clean. So I would love to hear your all's tips and tricks too. Thanks for joining me today. It's a nice gloomy day, and where I'm at least, maybe it's sunny where you are, and God bless you all. Have a great day. See you next time.